Hello guys, today we're going to be talking about 3 simple puzzle mechanics you could add to any RPG Maker game that you are working on. So we're gonna do some classic puzzle pieces. So the first one we're gonna start with is the boulder. So to do that, just make an event, call it a boulder, right? We have to give it an image. Let's go ahead and find a nice boulder, right? So that's a good one. Next, we're going to make this activate the trigger. We're gonna go ahead and leave that to player touch, right? So when the player touches it, it moves. Okay. So then what we're going to do is when the player touches the player touches the boulder, right? We're gonna have the boulder move, skip if cannot move, wait for completion, and then we're gonna go ahead and make it. Actually, this one thing we got to do first. Let's conditionally check which way the player is facing to kind of make this a whole lot easier. So if the player is facing down, then we're gonna want to make and also make sure when you change which event is affected, make sure it's this event and not the actual event or the player, this event. And then we're gonna go ahead and make it step or move down, right? Hit OK. Skip if cannot move. All right, don't forget that. Then we're gonna copy this 3 more times, and then we're pretty much just gonna change this from down to left, change this to move left, delete that one, change this to move right, and finally change this to okay. Now that that's completed, when we go into the game, hopefully the player is in the right place, right? When we approach the boulder, it will move, right? So where does the puzzle come in, right? So what we could do is we could have a chest here, oops, and then we could copy this, paste, and pretty much the puzzle will be, well, there's 2 things you could do with this, right? So now, if I reload this, no, oh no, I can't get to the chest. Oh, I think I got it, what's going on here? Okay, there we go. So right, now I could do something like that, right? Yay. So pretty much, you could do something like that. Another thing you could do is make it so you need an item. So that way the players can't go to a certain area unless they have a certain item with them. So in my case, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and use an item I already made because this is a mechanic I have in my game. So let's go ahead and see where I have that at. I think it's in lifting gloves. There we go. So you require an item to push this. So that way the player has to complete a certain quest or like find the item in the game or something before they can actually push the boulder. So that's another thing you could do with that. Okay, let's move on to number 2. But before though, let's go ahead and just put this lifting glove over here, save that. Where's that 5? Oh, sorry guys. Copy, paste, take this out, paste, take this out. Oh wow, I'm messing up. Cancel, yes. Copy, paste, delete. Jeez Louise. Okay, sorry about that. Let's fix some stuff real quick. Okay, so we can't push it, right? You click on this, you get your lifting gloves, then you could push it. Yay, puzzles. Give me that chest. There it is, give me that chest. Got it. Cool, so you could do stuff like that. So the other puzzle mechanic you could do is sliding floors. Like let's say there's an ice floor somewhere in your game. So what we could do is first we got to find the little path thingy. Let's see if we could find one. Something that tells me, okay, I can't find any, so I'm just gonna use this, right? Not this, we're gonna use this, right? So these are gonna be ice floors, and again is going to be player touch, right? And then this one is going to be pretty much unique. What we have to do is you have to make a whole bunch of these. Now I'll explain in a little bit. So set player movement, skip if cannot move, wait for completion, and then we're just gonna step in animation, turn that off, right? So the player isn't stepping when he's moving, so he's just standing still. And this one we're gonna move down, right? So let's go ahead and test this out and see exactly what happens when we touch this. Play new game. So if we touch this, wait, one second. There we go. But there's something I forgot to do. not same as below because we want the player to step on it. So let's go ahead, reload that. Stepping animation isn't being turned off. Give me a second. Oh, not stepping animation, my bad. A walk-in animation, turn it off, and then make sure we turn it back on, right? So let's kind of put something to let us know where we're gonna stop. 1, 2, 3 should be right here, maybe. F5. So kind of like in Pokemon when you step on those little thingies and it stops you, and then maybe you'll have another one right here and another one right here. This one will bring you, let's see. This one will bring you down 2, and then this one will slide you to the left. So delete, delete, delete. Move left, move left, move left, move left one more time. There's 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and put this right here. You're gonna stop right there. And 1, 2, 3, you're gonna stop right there. So let's go ahead and test that out. Oh no, how do I get there? And then if I go there, it just slides me this way. Oh no, oh no. And then I go over here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Right? So pretty much what you could do with this is you can make it so if the player steps in the wrong like place, they'll slide somewhere else. Like everything could be good until, you know, they step on somewhere. So that's number 2. Number 3, guys. You guys have waited so long, but before we continue, this video is sponsored by bookslit.com. It's pretty much a website where if you have like a business side hustle or something like that, like you're a barber, a nail tech, or you simply need to schedule people for your business, then you could go on there, create a profile, pretty much customize it to your needs. You could change the colors, the images, show some examples, and then people could book from you. Yeah, premium is free right now, guys. So if you sign up through the link below, you guys get free premium. Normally it's $50 one-time purchase, or there is a free account. With the free account, I think it's a 5% fee or something, 15% fee or something like that per deposit fee. So yeah, whatever your deposit that you're charging, there's a 15% fee on that deposit. But it's lit, guys. Make sure you check it out. That will really help me out. But also make sure to like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. But yeah, number 3. Okay, so since you guys stuck around this long, appreciate you guys. The third one is gonna be a 3 for 1. So rapid fire time. All right, bet. Look, this is what we're gonna do, right? So the first one is gonna be, the first of the 3 is gonna be the floor that you can only step on once, right? So like imagine in Pokemon when you are in an ice gym, right? And then like every time you step on the floor, it cracks, and if you step on it again, you know, you fall down the next floor. So let's go ahead and do something like that. We first need to make an event over here. So we're gonna go ahead and find the floor first of all, right? Floors. Come on. Flories. All right, we're looking for floors. Floors. We can't find floors. So here's what we're gonna do instead, right? We're gonna make it so that the first time you step on the floor is gonna be a switch. And then if you step on the switch again, it does something. So we know what we're doing. So look, right? So we got this, and then we have to copy paste. We need 2 event pages for this. For the second event page, we're gonna make it the switch being pressed down, right? And again, it's going to be player touch. Everything we're doing is player touch, right? When the player touches it the first time, we want to do a control self switch A, turn that on. Go back to the second page, make sure that self switch A is on, right? And then when you touch it the second time, guess what happens? You teleport. So easy. Teleport like a teleport. All right, so we're just gonna keep it simple and just put it right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and fade to black, do all this crazy stuff. Retain. And then we could even play an animation showing that they fell, but we're not gonna do that because we're gonna keep it simple. So if you step on the first time, turns on the switch, second it the second time. Pew, pew, pew. You're out of there. So let's go ahead and test this out. F5. New game. Right? So we're over here. We step. I always do that. So go ahead. Make sure, guys, it's below, not above, not the same, but below. Save. Hit OK. Do that. Cool. Oh no, nothing. The floor cracked. What happened? But I need to go back this way though. Oh no, I fell through the floor. So that's number 1 to 3. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm just piling on like a whole bunch of puzzles in this map, but let me this is fine. The next one is gonna be a little bit so let's go ahead and just load a map. let's load. Oh, I kind of do like this map. That's fine. Let's load this map. This one is kind of pretty cool. So what you could do is, let's say you have a pathway in the middle here, right? There's a whole bunch of ways you could do this, but let's just keep it simple. I could use the bridge. Yeah, let's use the bridge, right? Copy, paste. Second page, let's go ahead and make sure it's this, and then we're gonna do a condition. Actually, copy, paste. Ooh, delete this page. So we're gonna need 4 pages for this, right? So pretty much this bridge is going to be rotating. Copy this and paste this here. So this, and that. So 4 ways, right? And then self switch. Actually, no, we're not gonna use self switches for this. We're gonna actually use a variable. Right, with the variables, let's go ahead and just name it something PPP for the PPP loans. Okay, PPP. This is 1, this is 2, not -2, and then this is 3. And then put that PPP. Okay. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is, well, again, remember this won't get controlled by this, but we do need to see which way that things will pass on this, right? So imagine this being like a doorway type thing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and make a conditional branch. Again, we're gonna check which way the player is facing. So if player is facing down, you could go this way. Player facing right, and then come back over here. Player facing, did I do it twice? Please no. Damn it, I did it twice. Well, this one's gonna be up anyway, so let's go ahead and then this one is gonna be player facing. I did right already, so let's go ahead and do left. Cool. So down, right, up, whatever, right? Cool. So bridge is in the middle, and let's go ahead and edit this map a little bit, right? Let's go ahead and edit this map a little bit. Let's make this the opposite of what it is now. So I need this here, I need this here, I need this here, and I need this here, right? Cool. So this bridge can go through all of these, right? But you can only go through one place at a time. So if it's 0, let's go ahead and put the player right here, face down. And then what we're gonna do is just same thing as before, just move the player down, player move down, down. 2 downs, right? Create an else, copy, paste, edit, delete all of this, and 1 step backwards, close. And then you could do a couple of things with this one. You could make it so the player has to defeat like a person here. Once the person is defeated, then the bridge rotates and they could go to the next area. Well, the person would be over here. So let's go ahead and just make a switch here. The switch, it don't even matter what it is. Control variable, and we're gonna variable PPP. We're gonna add, well, we're gonna add 1, but we're gonna change this to PPP. Hit OK, apply, hit OK, copy this. My logic for this isn't really logicking, but pretty much you walk down here the first time, you beat this guy, and then you come back here, and then it should be this way. So it should be this one, but let's make it so the player is facing up. Actually, player is facing up. Yeah, if player is facing up, let's copy that. Delete, move left, because I think that's the next way, that way. So let's go ahead and test this. Puzzle mechanics, yeah. Okay, so you walk, you could do that. Oh no, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. That's because, let me see, this is good. This should be a 0 if player is facing, not action, player touch. Again, remember everything's player touch, guys. Don't let your player touch you too much. Click on the button, and it goes over here. And then you click on the button over here, and then it rotates back. So let's go ahead and do that. Put the button right here, and then we're gonna, this doesn't even matter, it's gonna do the same. Put this here, put that, yeah. The other ones isn't really gonna do anything, but I just put that there for demonstration purposes. So you walk over, this is here, you press that, then this turns over to this way, you go this way, and then you turn this switch here, it turns that way, or like a different way. It doesn't have to be that way. It could now lead this way, right? and then you do the you know do whatever you gotta do now, and then you're good. But pretty much, yeah, that's it for the second one. Rotate and bridge, rotate and bridge. Or you go to the first area, you clear it, activate the switch, then go to the second area, clear it, right? Activate that switch, then go to the final area, clear it, then move on to the next whatever you got to do. Let's go ahead and pause. And finally, we have, you can't get through a door unless you have the right color, you know, activated. So right now these slimes are blocking the way, but if I activate this one, I should be able to pass through this, right? Yay. If I, oh, sorry. Take out game switch as a activator on this. Take out game switch. All right, so pretty much slimes are blocking the way. PPP. I should really be using a switch for these, but I mean, yeah, switch for these, but I'm using a variable. That's for 2, and this one is for 3. I'm just gonna do it in order so it looks like how it's supposed to look, but you are 0. Okay, so this is 0. That's fine. 0. This is gonna be 1, and this is gonna be 2. Save. Am I bugging? Oh, this is gonna be 3. This is gonna be, because it's gonna be 0. You do that one, it'll be 1. Then you do this one, be 2, and then you do this one, it will be 3. Okay, I was right in the first place. All right, guys, let's see. This is how it works, man. This is how it works. Straightforward, right? Block. I activate this one. Now I can go this way. Woo! Activate this one. Now I can go this way, right? And then I activate this one. Now I can go that way, right? There's other ways you could do this too. You can also make it so, for example, these slimes will be in the way, right? But then there'll be little like pentagrams here that symbolizes which way to go. So for example, let's see pentagrams all the way at the bottom. Where's the things when I need them? Whatever, let's use these, right? So you have this, and then you have a different color one. Paste. So let's go ahead and change this to green. Change this. I'm not gonna play this whole thing out, but okay. So you have different colors. So the first one, let's say you have red slimes all over here, right? Control C, Control V, Control V. And then this one, we have all green slimes. And then this one, we have all purple slime. I mean, blue slimes. So what you could do is, you have this here and you have this here. So, and then put this here, copy this, paste, and then copy this, paste, and I'm only missing the red one down here and right there. So, right. So pretty much that means for the player to get through here, they can't go this way because the color doesn't match, but they could go this way. And then for the second one, they have to go in the middle one because the middle one's the green one. And then when they get here, they have to go to the left because that's the blue one. And then they can pass, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure to check out the links down below. Make sure to, yeah, just subscribe. Have fun, guys. Appreciate you guys.